Hey, all you space cats. It's the most underground artist in the world, Mitch Miller, your host of the Black Hole podcast. We're into season 5, titled Trafnet. This is episode 2, and we're talking traffic magnets. Magnets that can be placed on the backs of vehicles that say where that vehicle is going so that drivers can better organize and streamline traffic. So obviously you have to have a consistent route, like rush hour traffic, people going the same place every day and taking the same routes back every day. Now, say at the end of your workday, you might be critical of this process. We have magnets that say where you're going to your parking area in the morning, and magnets that say what main thoroughfare you take out to the suburbs at night. You may say, well, what if somebody wants to run errands afterwards? Or before. Flip the magnet, right? Or cover the sticker with a magnet. As a courtesy to other drivers, hey, I'm stopping in for happy hour after work today. I'm not going to be taking this route back anytime soon. That's just one little thing we can do. But for the most part, people are just going home. There's not a ton of errands. I mean, if you're dropping kids off at school in the morning, you can always make your route from there when you order your magnet or sticker. So what I want to talk about is other uses for these magnets that I had thought of, and it was with sporting events. Another area where you have season ticket holders that take the same routes home after an event. Now, usually going into an event, a sporting event, people show up 2 hours early, anywhere from 2 hours early to right before the game. So the traffic's not too bad before a game. But if we focus on after a game, when everybody crowds to get home, I think we can reduce emissions for sporting events and reduce travel time after an event. And this is an idea, and I reached out to a couple companies, couple entities about my traffic magnet idea. And then I reached out to a sports team here in Pittsburgh, where I'm located. The Pittsburgh Steelers. I wrote to the Heinz Field, wrote an email about my magnet idea. I was hoping maybe they'd hire me or contract me to do the magnet idea, but instead I have to branch off and do it on my own because I never heard anything back from them. This was a couple months ago. So we're starting a nonprofit to organize and deliver these magnets. I have the website. The website's up. It's trafnet.com, trafnet.com, or I'm sorry, .org. Trafnet.org because it's a nonprofit. trafnet.org. You can check that out. But again, back to the sports teams. My idea is that you send out, I'm sure they send out a packet to their season ticket holders every year. You have them fill out an online survey of the route they take home, and you send out a customized magnet to each season ticket holder for them to put on the back of their vehicle on game day. For Pittsburgh, for example, it would be black and gold magnets. The magnets I made for rush hour traffic are green and white like traffic signs. And I can break down the routes at the stadiums to see what magnets we need to make, what stickers we need to make. My idea is that if you have because any sporting event, you have season ticket holders. Then you have the visiting team. They have no idea where they're going around the stadium. And you have a bunch of people like from where I grew up, 80 miles north of Pittsburgh, that go to one game a year. They don't know where they're going down around the stadium. They're fans, they're home team fans, but they're from 100 miles away. They make it into town just for special occasions like a sporting event, and they have no idea where they're going around the stadium to get out of there. So you have the season ticket holders with the magnets. They let other season ticket holders merge into the correct lanes. They have their route on the back of their car. and you have a congestion situation around these stadiums. People might have GPS that tell them which lane to get into, but it wouldn't be helpful to get into the right lane a quarter of a mile before the GPS tells you to get into the right lane when you have that much congestion. So the thought is, if they're seeing these season ticket holders with their route they need to take to get home on the back of their car, these out-of-towners, these visiting team people, they'll see the route that they need to take to get home on the back of some of these cars and follow suit, get in the right lane. And this will clear up congestion. This will get people in the right lane, and it'll get people out of there quicker. It'll lower emissions on game day. So, and it basically, what we're breaking things down to is traffic becomes just a matter of getting in the right lane and waiting in line, waiting your turn to get out of town. And that's what all traffic really should be. It shouldn't be an aggressive game of can I fly up one lane and cut in real quick and shave 2 seconds off of my travel time. It's let's be patient, let's be coordinated, let's be streamlined, and let's take care of the traffic problem and be civil to each other and not have road rage because somebody did some crazy move to shave literally 2 seconds off. I mean, how many times does somebody cut in front of you and you meet them at the next red light and they didn't really save any time at all, but they did something totally ridiculous as far as maneuver on a highway. So that's my idea. I'm going to reach out to the Pittsburgh Penguins. Their season just ended, so hopefully we can see if they'll contract with me, help me launch this business. I'll eventually reach out to the Pirates as well, and we'll see if maybe these sports teams, the Penguins is under new ownership now, so we'll see if they want to support this program for reducing traffic and lowering emissions. Maybe their players would be interested in lowering emissions on game day. So maybe eventually I could reach out to players, I don't know, to see if they'd get on board with talking to the ownership about this stuff. My other idea is maybe if anyone knows Mark Cuban, you could write to him or share this with him. Maybe he'd be interested with his sports team, his basketball team, in adopting this and maybe adopting it in the greater Dallas area. I don't know. Maybe I'll eventually, after I write to these Pittsburgh teams, I'll write to him. He's taking on big pharma, so why not take on big traffic, I guess. So that's my thought process with that. But visit the website. We have the GoFundMe campaign on there. We have I have a bunch of swag on there, embroidered goods, screen printed goods that have the Trafnet logo that I designed using Adobe. So the logo's on there. You can get jackets, hoodies, all kinds of stuff for different levels of donation to the campaign. Check that out at trafnet.org. And appreciate your support. If you know anybody that owns a sports team, pass this along to them. Maybe the sports teams can. But that's another phase of the magnet business, the nonprofit that we're trying to form here to reduce traffic. So that's pretty much all I had to talk about. I just wanted to update. I don't have a lot. I might not fill out 15 minutes on this episode. You can contact me through the trafnet.org website or my other websites, mitchformayor.com, plotm.com, or almavoter.com. Haven't given up on Almavoter, but we're putting it on temporary hiatus while we look into this magnet business. I think because I'm trying to start a technology startup, but I think it's best. I think this magnet, the reason I've switched to this is that I have actual products that I will sell, probably around $5 or $6 per magnet or what sticker that hopefully employers will cover the cost of as part of their eco-friendly type strategy. But it's actual products that can be delivered, can be made and sold, and I think that's grounded in a better situation than just pie in the sky technology ideas based off of advertising. So we start with tangible goods that can be sold. Then we get into the technology side when it comes to mapping out routes coming into the city and things like that, city by city and stuff like that. So that's why I've kind of shifted to this focus. Thanks to my sponsors. I'd like to first thank our newest sponsor, WPC Sportswear. They're in the same complex as the Neon Grouse embroidery shop where I work. We are friends with them. We exchange work and things like that. And they're going to help me with the magnets, with ordering the actual magnets and bringing this idea to fruition. That's WPCSportswear.com. They do screen printing, athletic wear, things like that. So check out their website, and thanks to them, the Bills over at WPC Sportswear. I'd like to thank Neon Grouse. That's neongrouse.com. If you need a logo or crest or anything embroidered or screen printed on a garment of clothing, contact neongrouse.com. And chances are I'll be probably embroidering that stuff on there if it's an embroidery job. So, thanks for all their support. Then we have Krabby Kelly's in Utica, Pennsylvania. If you find yourself in Utica, Pennsylvania, stop by Krabby Kelly's. Get all your STDs at Krabby Kelly's. That's snacks, tobacco, and drinks. And Kelly wants me to remind you that she does not recommend jumping off of the Utica Bridge. There may be shirts for sale there that say that you did it, but she does not recommend it. And I'd like to remind you to subscribe to the Disability TV YouTube channel. That's Disability TV. There's hikes, things like that. It's my fledgling media company for disabled people by disabled people. And finally, if you find yourself in Incheon, South Korea, stop by Liquor Burger, have a drink, have some food, say hi to my friends over there, the proprietors of Liquor Burger. And we're launching an international campaign. It's a new thing I thought of. I cleared it with them over there, and you can try it at Krabby Kelly's or at any of your local taverns or bars. It's a shot I want to propose, a alcohol shot, the Black Hole shot. We'll see if this catches on. The Black Hole shot, ask your bartender for Jägermeister liquor in a shot glass with a little bit of black pepper sprinkled on top of that. That's the Black Hole shot. It's black liquor with a little bit of coal dust dusted on top of there. A little bit of coal dust sprinkled on top. The Black Hole shot. That harkens back to my start as a coal miner at the beginning of this podcast. So try a Black Hole shot today. Ask them over at Krabby Kelly's. I haven't told her really about it, but she'll be confused. But if you specify what you want, I'm sure she'll make it. And try to ask for one at Liquor Burger if you're in South Korea or your local tavern. The Black Hole shot. So thanks for listening, and join me next time when I talk more about the Trafnet traffic magnet idea and business. Hopefully I'm going to reach out to an accountant and see about becoming a nonprofit, reach out to some lawyers to see if I can incorporate as a nonprofit, sole nonprofit, and we'll get things rolling on this. So thanks for listening. Join me next time. What's that, Zelda? My podcast producer, Zelda, says we need to wrap it up. So thanks, Zelda. All right. Take care, and thanks for listening. Please share with friends and family, and we'll see you next time.